want to take this opportunity to welcome you who is an ardent follower of this channel. What? I want to take this opportunity to welcome you who is an ardent follower of this channel. Well, wherever you are, be comfortable as you sit. Take the opportunity to listen to a beautiful story from Erienyu Lo Apeduna. I'm called Erienyu Lo Apeduna. In iteso, when you say Erienyu Lo Apeduna, you're actually saying Erienyu, son of Apeduna. Yesterday was the 24th of January 2026. What happened? I made 44 years. In the year 1982, a young girl, a young woman called Florence Apeduna. My name is Erienyu Lo Apeduna. That young woman gave birth to a child after meeting a gentleman called Chris Ariko, a veteran journalist here in Uganda. I'm at the Pearl of Africa, Uganda. I love it here because this is where God blessed me. So she tells me that when she got pregnant, I was birthed out from a hospital called Kalongo. Kalongo is a certain place in kitgum. I mean, a place in a northern part of the country, sorry to say. And by that time, it was whites who were manning that hospital. And one white woman called Florence was the midwife at that time. So she welcomed me. Now, what shocked me, my mother, Florence Apeduna, I am Erienyu Lo Apeduna. So when I say Erienyu Lo Apeduna, I'm talking about Apeduna, my mother. She says that on that day, it was a white woman called Florence who welcomed me. And she gave me a white piece of t-shirt, just the size of my hand here. Meaning I was born just about 1.5 kilograms, a tiny thing, small. Now look at me. I'm a huge man, as old as I am, 44 years. But back then, actually my mother shocked me. One time she walked out and said, Arian, you come here. I said, yes, mommy. What do you want to say? That you come in here. So when I walked into her house, in her bedroom, she told me, I want to show you something. I said, what is that? You have never called me to your room with such a calm voice. He said, no, I want you to know that I am your mother. I said, but you are my mother. But no, I want you to know today that I am your mother and that I held you in my hands. You were just 1.5 kilograms old when you were born in that hospital. I'm talking about the year 1982. That is my birthday. On the 24th of January. Then she showed me a small t-shirt and said that this is the first thing I put on you. What? Yes, it was still white. And you can imagine, I was 19 years by then in my senior six vacation. And she's showing me a white piece of vein. I said, Mom, you kept it so white like this. You mean nobody put on it? I said, it was only you. I was preserving it to show you when you're as mature as this. I said, how careful you were as a woman for to have kept the thing so white like nobody had ever put on it. Mothers, some mothers, you are really serious. You can keep something for a child until you show them. So I want to take this opportunity to thank you, mothers, especially my mother, Apeduna. Thank you so much. You brought me in this world. It doesn't matter whether I grew up later on without you. I grew up later on without my father. I saw actually my father at the end of when I was 19 years old. That's when he appeared. But all these years I never known him. And my next episode, I will be telling you about growing up as a bastard. So that was about yesterday, my birthday. I enjoyed it with my children. I have daughters. I have Apecho Emily. I have Elisha. I have Elijah. I have Abraham. I have 4 children. And yesterday they were all over me, all over my shoulders, hugging me, and I was enjoying it with them because they are my precious children, the ones God gave me. So the funny thing about my birthday is my mother showing me that white piece of t-shirt when I'm 19 years old. I said, where were you keeping it? Wow, how come you kept it so white like this, as if nobody put on? He said, I'm a careful woman. I kept it because I wanted to prove to you one day that I'm your mother. And I think the reason why my mother wanted to do that is because I grew up not really so close to her. It was her cousin sister who brought me up. Why? Because when she gave birth, when she got pregnant, she ran away from home. Life was so tough. Her father put her just before the clan. You know, in Africa, children are not meant for the one person. Children are meant for the entire clan. So they rallied her behind the clan and they abused her for getting pregnant carelessly without bringing a man home. So she ran away with her pregnancy after suffering a lot of torment, after insults. And then she goes and gives back to me. So some of you who believe in this clan system, be careful not to involve your children with the clans, because some of them may be dangerous. The words they speak may make your child run away from you. And if the child passes away, we are to blame you, not anyone else. And that's why we're saying, just take responsibility. You as the father, you as the mother, call your daughter, sit her down, counsel her, and tell her what has happened, but this is not the end of life. Are you hearing? It's very important. So she meets this man called Chris Ariko, who was also a student pursuing journalism. But after this gentleman disappeared, so given that the child was so small and my mother was also a young woman, she couldn't take care of me. So what she did, she handed me to her cousin sister, Apecho Mary Magdalene. That is the woman who brought me up. That is the woman who made me what I am today. She was a man at the same time a woman. She never had a husband because she lost her womb as a young woman trying to abort when she was a young woman. But she later said, now that I cannot have children, Florence, let me have your son. He will now be called my son. So I grew up with her. What a beauty. Some children, you may not have grown up with your parents, have grown up with guardians, but you need to recognize them. Unfortunately, she passed away when I was my senior four. That was in 2000. But I celebrate her because she has been there for me. I love you, my sweet mother. She passed away in 2000. I love you. I don't know where you are, but I know that you are somewhere enjoying peacefully outside this world. To my mother, thank you, Florence Apeduna. Thank you. Today I call myself Erienyu Apeduna because of you. Erienyu Apeduna meaning son of Apeduna. My subscribers, that was yesterday, my birthday. I love it. I celebrated it. I had to take some sodas, eat some cakes, and that was beautiful. Come on. That was a good thing about yesterday. But the funny thing about my day was exactly that white t-shirt. So white, pure white, pure, pure what? White. Thank you so much, ladies. You are the ones who bring us to the world. May God bless you richly.